Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I know I've been gone for a day or two. That's usually not too long for most people, but for me, posting 2 to 3 videos a day could seem like forever. So I do hope you guys forgive me. I've been extremely busy. I have a baby coming actually. We're 12 weeks into the pregnancy. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think it's about the time, I'm the most financially stable I've ever been in my life, and I think just mature as well. So yeah, a lot's been happening. I know I don't usually share too much personal information about my life, but that's a little glimpse into the world of Silver Slayer. I do appreciate all of you guys, emailing me questions and stuff. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about the dollar and silver. Now, the theory is that we could actually go back in time, bringing back the gold standard where silver is real money. But not only that, taking it a step further, saying that the dollar is actually canceled and silver is what quote unquote money is. Now, back in the day, our money was backed by silver. Silver was money. Constitutional silver, junk silver, pre 1965 coins, you could actually trade for valuables or for products. A 50-cent Walking Liberty half dollar had 50 cents of silver in it. And when you took that to the store and purchased something with it, you were giving that store clerk 50 cents of something with actual value because the silver was inside of that coin. But nowadays, the money isn't backed by anything. So when you give that store clerk that 50 cent, or I guess whatever, 25-cent quarter, then you're giving them something that's not actually worth the amount that it's intended to be. It's only a promise. So you can see how bad or how detrimental that's going to be, especially over a long period of time. Now, this is way past beyond fixable. We're way too far in the hole to fix this. It's not like, oh, maybe if we switched it up or changed taxes or, there's no way to fix this. There's no way. We're way too far in the hole. And right now, Donald Trump, well, okay, so Donald Trump jokingly did mention bringing back the gold standard, but it was a joke. Of course it was. There's no way that we could, because we would have to not only get ourselves back to ground zero, we would have to figure out a new solution. And getting back to ground zero would be a whole new task itself, getting ourselves out of $24 trillion of debt. And the gold standard could never do that because that works off of a one-on-one based principle. A new system in place would have to not only bring back a one-on-one based principle, but also compensate for all of the losses or all the damage that we've done. So this is by far a much bigger task, and it would take a very long time. Now, a whole new system could be in place, like for, say, cryptocurrency, but the thing with cryptocurrency is that there's many flaws with it. All these wallets getting hacked, there's way too many coins now. If there would have just been Bitcoin, no other altcoins, not Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum is useful. I don't want to get into cryptocurrency talk right now, but if there was just one Bitcoin and just that was a standard thing, and they learned how to bring it to somewhat of a relevant or a proportionate price, like maybe around $10,000, because that's what it's been studied at, that could have worked. But there's so many flaws, so many wallets getting hacked. The blockchain is it's a mess, and that's failed. So not saying that it's a failed investment, because you definitely can make a lot of money investing in cryptocurrency, but it's not what it's going to take to replace the dollar. Now, I thought when it first came out that it could have, because it had the potential. It was a global currency. And by the way, if we're gonna make a currency, it has to be global. We can't have a US dollar and the Chinese and then the Canadian dollar. We can't have that. It has to be universal. It's like everyone speaking the same language, but in a monetary form. That's what Bitcoin was. Bitcoin was the same in China as it is in the US. And you can see how beneficial that is from a global trading standpoint. Also, instant transactions with zero to little fees. So right off the bat, I knew that had potential. And not only that, your cryptocurrency was stored in a private wallet that was backed by a passcode. That was also really cool. And obviously, Bitcoin is decentralized, so there's no central bank in control. There's no bank of Bitcoin. There's no Bitcoin police. You are in complete control of your money, just like silver is. Just like silver and gold is precious metals. So I thought that was beneficial. Not only that, but the blockchain stores everything on a public database. So there's no shadiness going on behind the scenes like JP Morgan and Merrill Lynch. Everything was stored publicly, and that's actually how JP Morgan got caught manipulating Bitcoin. They actually got caught from the blockchain because everything that they did on there was stored publicly and people saw it. So they saw them buying millions of dollars in Bitcoin right after they called it a scam. So during the time, it was a lot of potential, but it just kind of fell through. Now, obviously, it is making a lot of new discoveries, and it is innovative in many other areas, but I don't think that's the answer. I think it's going to be something similar to that, maybe a very rough draft copy, but also with more foundation and set. And obviously it has to be accepted from the people. Bitcoin was looked more as the dark web. There's certain words I can't say to keep this video monetized, but it was bad. It had bad vibes. People were scared of it. They were intimidated by it. It was extremely hard to learn. I tried to do my best to teach you guys as easy as possible, and I think I did a pretty good job, teaching you guys how to invest into it from an I guess a comprehensible standpoint at least. But it's just not there. So for silver to be for silver to be used as currency, as the main currency, let's think about this. Now, is it possible? We would have to have an extremely large supply. And let's back up a little bit, because I free flow my videos. I kind of freestyle them. I don't have a format set out. I have an idea of what I want to talk about, and I'm just like thinking of points as like to go on through the video. I think it's more natural and it's more real that way. But silver is seen as a commodity to a lot of people, and I think that gold is more of a commodity and silver is more of an asset. Gold is used more for jewelry, more for necklaces. I mean, it is used in electronics, obviously. I myself has scrapped gold out of cell phones, but silver is used more for the industrial world. It's more of an asset. So, for silver to be seen as an asset and to be traded as an asset, to be viewed as an asset, people also have to incorporate that as money, because a lot of people don't understand the true value of silver. And if they're missing out the entire point of silver and how valuable it is, how it's been used for 6,000 years as money, then they're not going to even think of it it being traded as a monetary form. Now, gold would be, because people see gold as money. Anytime you're watching a movie or anything, gold is what the thing is. We're not talking about silver. They're talking about gold. Now, we would have to switch that perspective and change the perspective for people to understand that, why silver is so valuable. And that's why I try to make so many videos educating people on the beneficial properties silver has, on why it's so widely used, what it's used for, what it can do. And I think the more that people understand that, the better chance it has. Now, we also have to go in to say, if silver is going to be used as money, would gold be as well? And I think, yeah, I mean, it would be more of, it would be like this. It would be just like gold and silver is today. Gold would be more for the expensive, your higher dollar bills, like your $100 bills, $50 bills. Silver would be for smaller denomination, just like your change. Think about your pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters. Silver could be more of your lower denomination change. Gold would be more for your big bucks, so you don't have to carry around trash bags full of coins and of half dollars and all that. And another interesting thing would be is we could even go back, and this is actually what happened in history, silver being used as change. I mean, think of constitutional silver. You had your Mercury dimes, your Barber dimes. You had your half dollars, and that was your lower denomination silver you traded. If something wasn't worth a full dollar, you would give them 10 cents worth of silver inside that Mercury dime. And or your Walking Liberty half dollars, or your Barber quarters. And that's actually pretty cool to think about, because we actually used the same format before, but could it be used again without all of the mess that we've created? How would we backpedal? It's stuff. There's just stuff to think about. So I'm curious what you guys think about this topic. Do you guys think it's possible, or do you think this is just a fantasy? And if it is a reality, or if it is possible, what would it take to bring this to life? I'm really curious what you guys think. Do you think the gold standard was our best bet? Do you think kicking out the gold standard was our worst thing we ever could have done? Or do you think it was smart for some reasons? I mean, obviously everything, there's pros and cons to every side of every situation, but I'm curious what you guys think about this. I think this is something really interesting to think about, because sooner than later, something new needs to come in place. We need to build a new financial system. I mean, it's blatantly obvious. Go to usdebtclock.org and look at the amount of debt we're in. It's obvious that something new needs to come in place. I don't know if it's cryptocurrency. I don't know what it is, but silver would be the best idea. I just don't know how it would fit in today's society with so many people and with so little silver. It's just something that I don't know how it would work. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos, usually 2 to 3 videos a day. I'll definitely be posting more videos a day, so stay tuned. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you guys stayed with me through this little 1 to 2 day grace period. I hope you guys do forgive me, because I was busy, but I'm also extremely busy and focused on this channel, and you guys are extremely important. So I will stay constantly uploading information, education, entertaining content for you guys to binge watch in the world of precious metals. But anyways, this was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.